All right, last time we talked mostly about David, but today we have some new characters we have to meet. So first of all, we have two priests. We have Ahimelech and Abiathar, and don't know if I'm pronouncing those right, but I'm pretty sure you're going to understand the story even if I don't. So this is Ahimelech and his son Abiathar. We'll find out why Abiathar's crying in a little bit. And then we have the villain, boo, hiss. This is Doeg the Edomite, and as you can see, my daughter made sure we could tell that he was evil by giving him super creepy eyes and a curly mustache. Also last week, we were concentrating mostly on David's wanderings, okay? And he ended up at Keilah and was on his way to Ziph. But this week we're going to back up just a little bit. And we're going to join Saul. This is sort of a meanwhile Saul. So where we pick up this week, Saul is in Gibeah, helpfully called Gibeah of Saul, so that we know, exactly what's happening here. And he is gathered around with his friends. And I'm calling them his friends because we need to notice here that what is said that he is with the tribe of Benjamin. So basically, even though he's supposed to be king over all Israel, he's spending a whole lot of time with the tribe of Benjamin. He's got buy-in from them. He doesn't necessarily have the support of the whole nation. He's not really doing a great job uniting everyone, and we'll see what he's doing instead throughout this next section. And he's fussing. So, here are the people who do really, trust him and follow him, and yet he's yelling at them. And so he's angry that they haven't talked to him about what's going on with David and that they haven't helped him track David down and explain to him what is happening with David and so on and so forth. And so he's accusing them and he's asking them why they haven't helped him more. And then so Doeg shows up and explains that, hey, since you're looking for information about David, he was, over here at Nob. So Saul sends for the priests of Nob. And he has this conversation with Ahimelech where Ahimelech goes on and on defending David and telling Saul that he had no idea that David was running away from Saul and doesn't understand why Saul is upset at David, since he says David is one of his most faithful servants. Saul has Ahimelech and all the priests of Nob killed, except for Abiathar, who flees to David. And so this kind of joins up with where we were last week. Abiathar ends up helping David right away, and this is part of David's decision to help out the people of Keilah. What's interesting is that Saul doesn't seem to be able to make it down to Keilah in time to rescue them from the Philistines, but when he hears that David is there, he shows up pretty quick. But by then, David has fled with his men and, of course, with his priest to the desert of Ziph. And things are getting more and more desperate for David because it's called a desert because, it's a desert. So he's not living under very pleasant circumstances. The people in Ziph turn David in, so he and his men flee on to Maon. And an interesting thing happens at Maon. There's a mountain, and so there's this scene where Saul and his men are walking around one side of the mountain, and David and his men are sneaking around the other side, trying to escape, which sort of, makes you think of maybe like a helicopter shot in an action movie or a spy movie or something like that. Just in time, Saul gets called away to deal with the Philistines. So again, he should have already been dealing with whatever issue this is. He has been neglecting his duties as a king. But David knows he's not safe anymore. So from there, he flees to En-Gedi. And so next up on your playlist should be a fabulous video of En-Gedi. There are actually lots of them. I encourage you to look. This is a beautiful, beautiful area to this day. Enjoy this, and then you'll kind of have some context for your lesson about Saul and his spiral into not a very great place. Thanks a lot.